Hello and welcome to a non-live video where I just want to take a very quick flight and demonstrate the Tobii Tracker 5. I just picked this up on Black Friday and I wanted to do a quick flight just to show you what it looks like and how it works. A couple of things about the Tobii. It is both a head tracker and an eye tracker. It's tracking both where my eyes are and where my head is. We'll talk a little bit more about that once we get in the air. Obviously, currently I don't have it on, but I did hear kind of mixed reviews on the Flight Sim forums. Did it work? Did it not work? For the record, I literally did plug and play. I'm using the Tobii experience to use this flight tracker, and so far, it's been working great. I've been doing some flying in Papua New Guinea, which has been a lot of fun. Now, the eye tracking, head tracking thing does get a little confusing at times, but we'll chat about that. So, we're in the SR20, we're going to get it started up. So, I have my toggle head tracking set to Control Q, so I'm going to do that. There we go. Because I was looking down at my keyboard, here we have the Tobii head tracker. Now, it should be noted, I don't have 6 axes of movement. I have up, and down, and left, and right, and tilt, both ways. I do not have close in or pull out, right? I'm guessing that's in the works, but we don't have it yet. But I will tell you that from just a static flight or a static image, normally I have my view set to my POV hat on my alpha yoke, which is what I'm used to since, you know, Microsoft Flight Simulator 98. This is a game changer. So, let us get started. I am going to turn off head tracking. So because I looked at my keyboard, you saw how the view changed. That's me looking at my keyboard because it's kind of an awkward position. But let's get this bird in the air and we will take a look at how this works. So when I was looking at it, I discovered that although, by the way, I'm using my mouse right now, which is still very useful. That I could not get it shipped at the Black Friday price to where I live, which is in the continental United States. That was slightly disappointing. You'll have to excuse me, it's been a while since I've flown this aircraft. I wanted something with a good view. I think that's on. We'll find out. Alright. Clear prop. We have no traffic, so no ATC on this flight.
Clear prop!
So for the record, that clear prop, I have I think it's FSRealistic. Holy cow, that's pretty cool. That must be my co-pilot. Let's try it this way.
Clear prop!
I don't think I have a fuel pump, do I? I do have a fuel pump. Let's crack the throttle. We've got that. Like I said, it's been a while since I've flown this aircraft.
Clear prop!
There we go. That clear prop sound effect was pretty cool. Let's get taxiing here. So, I will unlock this and we'll taxi out to runway 30, which is the standard pattern here in Missoula, which is where we are, my home airport. So, Control Q, and my head tracker's alive. I'm going to look to the left. Probably going to run him over. Look to the right. I don't have an aircraft off to that side. We might actually end up going that way. Turn off my parking brake, which is already off. There we go. So, right there, that was the eye track. There we go. Let's try that again. And we're rolling. So we're gonna taxi out there, and I will catch you guys in the air. Well, getting ready for takeoff anyway. So again, it's tracking both my eyes and my head motion. And it still takes conscious effort on my part to try and see where I'm looking. Because if you're used to head tracking, I had a track hat for a while, or track IR, then all you're doing is moving your head, right? And it's really weird when you suddenly start, you know, it starts following your eyes too. But I love now that it is a very natural movement to clear your taxiways. I'll have to excuse the horrible taxiing. I've never been good at taxiing. Right? I don't know if I'm going to use this in my videos, though. We'll just take out that light there. Gorgeous sunrise over Mount Sentinel there. The issues I run into is when you're in a fixed view. When you're in a fixed view, what you're looking at, the airplane is kind of where your view comes from. Here, I can be doing something with my head, something with my eyes, and suddenly my view is no way oriented to the aircraft, and that is going to take some getting used to. But I think overall it works really well. You know, there are a lot of people talking on the forums about, you know, oh, you need a secondary software or what have you enabled in order to use this, and I haven't found that. I have just, like I said, I literally got it. It arrived from Amazon today, which is, like I said, I couldn't order it directly from them to take advantage of the Black Friday price, but $229 USD at the time of filming, that's not bad, you know. I love the squeal of brakes with the FSRealistic. And that was just hard on the brake to try to get the turning radius of this aircraft better. Alright, we'll do our final check here. Not going to go through a full, oh my gosh, I'm being super, super serious, takeoff here. Turn the rest of our lights on. There is no traffic turned on, but I'm still going to look that way. I'm still going to check that way. Nothing's going on, and that's primarily my head. What I've learned is that if I want to take a big motion like this, I use my head in both directions. If I'm flying and I want to do an instrument scan, one moment here, there we go. I just kind of scan with my eyes, and it gives me this much smaller motion. So, and it's fun. If I want to look at something, I look at it, you know, and I just stare at it intently, whether I move my head or not, and it comes into focus. So, let's get this bird in the air. We'll do a quick pattern, and yeah, you'll see how this works. That's some eye work right there. Just doing a quick instrument scan here. I haven't flown this aircraft much, but I wanted to get an aircraft that has a good view, and without 6 degrees of motion, you do not have a good view in the Cessna, because you can't duck under the window. Alright, that's kind of a terrible lineup, but firewall it here. Yeah, I think use flaps 1 to take off in this. Hit the brake, stop the wheels from rotating, and we're flying. So the little motions you're seeing are partially FSRealistic, partially just my eyes looking at things, which is causing my view to move. I'm trying to keep my head relatively still, flaps up, and we'll trim for our climb. I also picked up the Bravo throttles to go with my Alpha yoke, and let me tell you, as with many things in life, having the proper tool to do the proper job is really nice. Let's see here. So we want about 4,200 for pattern altitude here. Expecting. Still getting used to figuring out where I want my head as we do this. It's a little strange. Back on the power just a smidge as we head towards our pattern altitude, which, like I said, should be about 4,200. The extra sounds that FSRealistic gives, it makes this so much fun, especially when you have a decent headset on. And it's super nice just to be able to glance to the right there, get my landmarks. Trim down just a little bit. Hold power just a touch. Generally, for these parts of the flight, I actually turn off my head tracking. Primarily use it on landing. All right, we'll begin our downwind now. You can hear the flight surfaces. I want to look at my compass. So I am staring very intently at it. You can see how it comes into focus. There we go, giving us our downwind. And we're high. But that's kind of what I've learned to do as far as my eyes versus my head goes. Because I don't just move my head to look at it. I have to use my eyes too. How we're doing here. Airport should be over there somewhere. Let's see here. Oh, there it is, behind us there. There. Cut the power just a little bit more. Sentinel and Jumbo over there. And we'll begin our turn to base. Clear that turn. Flying over Fort Missoula region right now. Heading right towards Mount Sentinel where the big N is there. I'm gonna get my turn to base here. Something like that. You'll see the smokestack. I've got antennas and smokestacks that I picked up, and a couple of other VFR things just to make my low-level flying a little bit more enjoyable. There's our airport over there. Keep pulling that power. Got a good descent going. We are in fact our base. There's I-90 in front of us. Coming over Reserve Street. again, not the best job of flying a circuit that I've ever done. It's incredibly cool to be able to like focus on that and just try to set it up, still being able to look at all my instruments and things. It'll gonna take some getting used to for sure, and of course we're a little high. That's okay. This is where head tracking really shines, is right here. Cutting my power, full flap. Here again that they cut in with that FSRealistic sound, and it's nice because those auditory cues, you know, are so important in anything you do, and to have them now in Flight Simulator is really nice. Final checks here. Height. Touch a rudder. This is kind of where things get squirrely as far as the head tracking goes, in my opinion. It's right here on these final little bits. A little long, but plenty of runway. We'll just hold it off here. Cut the throttle. That was kind of dumb. Flaps up, brakes on. It just kind of gets really hard to decide what to look for. If that makes any sense at all. And it's not, at least for me, you know, you kind of saw I was all over the place as far as my view goes. And unfortunately, because I was all over the place, it was very hard to figure out where and what the aircraft was doing. But I'm guessing that that's just going to be practice, you know? We can exit on 8 and 26 here. There's that brake squeal. So anyway, Tobii Tracker 5 has been a lot of fun. This is I just got it today, so you're looking at me having it for about 4 hours total flying time. I did some flights in PNG in a 172 tail dragger Stole Cub, and then I decided that I would record this video real quick, just kind of to show you what it's like and to give a brief impression of what I, as a new head tracker user, think. If you are in the market for head tracking software, or hardware I guess, this is a good choice, but understand right now it's kind of limited. We don't have the ability to really set the sensitiveness. That's not how you say that, but that's how I'm going to say it. I would love to be able to toggle off the eye tracking and just have head tracking. I think for flight sim, head tracking, you know, is awesome. Eye tracking, I'm not sure about yet, but maybe through use, it'll become more second nature to me. So we will get this over here. Finish taxiing down. Oh, that's right. This is a castering nose wheel, if I remember right. So that's why my rudders aren't having the effect. I need to use my brakes to steer. Oh, this is what happens when you have, you know, a dozen different airplanes in your... I have no idea what that sound is. Probably not good. Oh my gosh, that biplane is... I don't know what it's doing. we're gonna get to our marshaller over here and get out of the way of that biplane. That looks terrifying. I don't know what he's doing. Marshaller, please make me safe. From old wacko biplanes. Oh, you want me to go that? Okay. Come on. And there we are. A little bit of put our park brake on there. Cut that. That must be that sound that I heard. There we go. All right, well, thanks for flying with us today. Oh, I can't turn all the way around and take a look at what that... Actually, another thing really quickly. This actually works on the exterior view. Oh, I can't see him. I think he's directly behind me. But if I turn that off... Oh, there he is. He's making his way out that way. Anyway, thanks. I hope you found this interesting. If you do, like and subscribe. Go ahead and throw comments. I'd love to talk a little bit more about the Tobii. Or if you have it and you can provide some insight or, you know, how to use it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, until next time, thanks for watching.